Good evening. For our lecture 6, this is under aerodynamics, we have the oblique shock waves. Now, before we start, let's have a short introduction about the oblique and expansion waves. A shock wave that makes an oblique angle with respect to the upstream flow are called the oblique shock waves. Now, it is first introduced in our normal shock waves during lecture 5. So, if you were to make a body supersonic at all points, then from the standard or the detached airflow, magkakaroon tayo ng oblique shock waves. Now, ano yung properties niya? So, the oblique shock wave is actually waves. The pressure increases discontinuously across the wave. This is a very important concept. Anong ibig sabihin nitong discontinuously? It means that it is adiabatic for OSW. Paiksiin na natin, the oblique shock wave is the OSW. Now, anong ibig sabihin nito? Anong mapapala natin dito? There are a new set of equations. Pero it is very similar to that of the NSW. Meron lang mga onting modifications later on. So, very important to. For OSW, it is adiabatic. Now, aside from that, we have also the expansion waves. For the oblique expansion waves, sometimes called oblique expansion fans, the pressure decreases naman. Not only that, but it decreases continuously. This is an isentropic process for EF, which is a familiar concept na yung isentropic processes natin ay na-experience na or nadaanan na natin sa thermodynamics, aerodynamics 1, as well as ating prelim topics. And ano yung reason for this? The OSW is an adiabatic process due to the loss of total pressure. So let's remember that. Now, let's have an observation muna dito before we proceed with the characteristics of the OSW and the EF or ESW. This one is a concave corner. So, anong meron dyan? Paano siya naging concave? I-drawing mo siya ng ganito and you need to mirror it. This appears to be a converging nozzle. And this is a convex corner. If you were to duplicate it, this looks like a diverging nozzle. Important to consider to para malaman natin ano yung behavior niya in accordance to that of the properties ng converging diverging nozzle. So, without further ado, let's check the oblique shock waves first. In figure 9.2a, the wall is turned upward at the corner through the deflection angle theta. So, ito yung theta mo. From this wall, nagkaroon ka ng deflection upwards. The corner is concave as explained earlier, and the flow at the wall must be tangent to the wall. Hence, the streamline will also be deflected upwards. As you notice, diba, dumaan siya dito, then parallel siya tangent to that of the wall. So, sumasabay siya. What happens is that the bulk of the gas above and the streamlines are turned upward into the main bulk. So, let's say, i-drawing natin to. Tapos yung flow papunta dito. Streamlines papunta dyan. Streamlines, streamlines, streamlines. Whenever supersonic flow is turned into itself, an oblique shock wave will occur. Paano siya nasabing turned into itself? Nagsasama-sama lang sila sa one confined spot. Therefore, this is turned into itself. Now, the originally horizontal streamlines which is here, yung mga horizontal na yan, ahead of the shockwave are uniformly deflected, crossing the wave. The streamlines behind the shockwave are parallel to each other. So not only that they are tangent to the wall, they are also parallel to each other. and are inclined upward. What happens across the wave? The Mach number, again, this continuously decreases. And the pressure, density, and temperature, this continuously increase. So wala naman siyang pinagkaiba with that of the normal shock wave. Except, pagdating kay oblique shock, yung nasa likod niya is, kung mapapansin nyo, supersonic pa rin. Unlike with the normal shockwave na subsonic yung nasa likod. Pagdating sa supersonic, oblique shockwaves, lahat ng points remain supersonic. So ngayon, dito naman tayo sa oblique expansion waves. In contrast, the figure 9.2b shows that the wall is turned downward. So kung mapapansin nyo, ito yung wall, pababa naman siya through the corner at a deflection angle theta. Now, the corner is convex, as explained earlier. So, the flow must be tangent to the wall. Hindi siya lalayo. Do you know what this theory is or this effect? This is what we call the Coanda effect. The tendency of a body to attach to a surface as it moves. So, ngayon, ang nangyayari, the streamline is also deflected downward through that angle theta. So, the bulk of gas above the wall and the streamlines are turned downward, away from the main bulk. So, kabaliktaran to nung kanina ng converging. Nanggagaling sila sa isang point, tapos magdi-disperse sila sa mas malawak na points. What happens is that this is turned away from itself. And whenever a supersonic flow is turned away from itself, an expansion wave will occur. So ngayon, moving forward, this expansion wave is in the shape of a fan centered at the corner that continuously open the direction away from that corner. The originally horizontal streamlines, which is ito, ahead of the expansion waves, are deflected smoothly and continuously, signifying that this is an isentropic flow. To the expansion fan, that the streamlines behind the wave are also parallel and are inclined downward at that deflection angle theta. Across the expansion wave, the Mach number increases and the pressure, temperature, and density decreases. So ito, paulit-ulit na din naman na to, but it won't hurt na i-revisit natin para makabisado nyo lalo. Hence, an expansion wave is the direct antithesis of the shock wave or the oblique shock wave, to be specific. They are opposite of each other. So, in summary, oblique shock and expansion waves are frivolent in 2 and 3-dimensional. So, OSW and EF are 2D or 3D daw in nature, but inherently, 2D ang kinoconsider natin for simplicity. In contrast, si NSW ay one-dimensional lang. Ito yung tinatawag nating quasi-one-dimensional flow. Meron tayong assumption na hindi sila nasasayang. So as observed, let's look at an example here, the oblique shock and the expansion waves. So check natin to. Now, dito sa figure na to, without looking, for example, wala siyang label, hindi nyo din nakita. Kung i-observe natin, there is a bow shock here, and sa likod, immediately, meron tayong kulay pula. Which dito, the red notes, or the lower notes here, signifies that this is of a low value. So from here, we can identify that this graph is about velocity or Mach profile. So, dapat marunong din tayo magbasa ng graph. So, wala siyang label, pero with the help of the theory, we can make assumptions. So, therefore, ito palang point na to ay mga subsonic flow. Which is true. Pagdating sa normal shockwave na bunggo, magiging locally subsonic yan. Not until lumampa siya dito through an expansion fan where nagbibilis ulit siya. There is an increase in airspeed. However, there is a fishtail here which increases or decreases. As you can see, naging green siya. There is a separation here which results to a decrease in the map profile. So, mabagal siya. So, that's how we observe or read the graph. Dito, tingin nyo, is this an oblique shock? No. Hindi natin nakikita ang oblique shock. Kasi, it is a pressure wave. This is most likely just a condensation of the water droplets as the hot engine passes through or cuts through the air. Paano natin nakikita si oblique shock wave? By using visualization techniques such as this one, the Schlieren photography. So, tinacheck natin yung density ng air and since it is directly correlated with pressure, nakikita natin yung mga points kung saan nagkakaroon ng compression. In summary, nakikita na natin to. Check naman natin or inspect natin yung mga nangyayari sa kanila. So, ano yung events pagdating sa OSW? Mach number decrease, pressure increase, density increase, temperature increase, and for expansion fan, it is the exact opposite. So, ano yung ginagawa ko dito para ma-memorize is, for example, itong Mach, ito yung speed. So, meron ditong harang. Ngayon, if ikaw ay tatakbo, diretso dito at nabunggo ka, babagal yung speed mo. So, ano nangyayari? For example, this is may riot. So, nangyayari, for you to overcome this, you need to apply pressure. So, tumataas yung pressure. Now, kailangan mo ng tulong para matulak yan effectively. Then, increase mo yung density. And temperature is, dahil madami na kayo nagdidikit-dikit, nagkakagirian na, temperature increases. So, that's just an example. Hindi ko naman ini-impose na yun din yung gamitin ninyo. But, mga stories or any way for you to memorize it is accepted. It is unique sa inyo. So, kayo ang bahala. Ano doon? Now, look at this one. Ano tong pinapakita ng graph na to? This is just a recall dun sa concept ng normal shock wave. Itong first na wedge na pinapakita is as the wedge angle increases, nagiging detach yung shock wave mo, resulting to a bow wave. So what we want is for the wedge angle theta to be infinitesimally small. How about this one? This just show na kahit na wedge or half wedge yan, nadedetach yung flow if the wedge angle theta is made sufficiently large. So, ngayon, let's move to the deflection wave, the deflection angle, the wave angle, and the Mach angle. So, ano yung mga kailangan natin i-consider muna? So, meron tayo ditong theta, which is ito yon. Ito yung deflection angle. Ano ang deflection angle? So, ang deflection angle is yung mismong obstacle. It can be an airfoil or the airplane. Now, next naman, kasunod natin dito, itong dotted line. This is the Mach angle represented by mu. Anong meron sa Mach angle? This is the angle whose function is of Mach na nag-identify gaano ka kabilis or yung Mach mismo. And lastly, we have this, the wave or the shock wave angle. Ano yung mismong angle nung shock wave mo represented by beta? All of those is nakasulat naman dito. So wave angle from the word wave, shock wave. Nangyayari siya kasi may deflection ka. If again, theta is large, so magiging bow wave siya. So what we want is theta to be small. Next, Mach number, Mach angle corresponds to the Mach wave. And the deflection angle is the deflection of the path. So, that's it for the section 1 muna. Then, this is an experiment actually. What I want is to make segments of the lecture para magkaroon kayo ng virtual na checkpoint. So, tapos na kayo dito sa first part, then you can move to the second part. And if meron kayong need na hanapin, nakahiwalay na siya, naka-index na, para mas madali nyo ma-revisit or ma-review yung certain topics. So, I save ko muna to, then we move on to the next part.